water!
If this is you, then let's hope your speakers still work and that your screen is still semi-intact so you can benefit from this video and never have to deal with this level again. Yo, what's going on guys, it's Mookie, and in today's video I'm going to be breaking down how to beat 11-23 in the dark mode of Cookie Run Kingdom. For this video, I'll be going over what you need to attempt this level, why you should do it later if you're not ready, and the turn order and toppings of my cookies so you can beat this level and come join me in the eternal struggle of 11-27. As always, for those wanting to get to a specific part in the video, there are timestamps below. Now with all of that explained, let's hop right in. So starting off, I'm going to be blunt and tell you guys that you're going to need high level treasures and high level cookies. Obviously, if you made it this far into the game, you most likely have the two of those. And as you guys can see in this level, a lot of my cookies are not as invested as they should be, and I still managed to walk away with 2 stars. I would have gone 3 stars, as you guys will see in the gameplay at the end. If my pumpkin had at least 3 to 5% more cooldown on her, she would have gotten the ability off a split second sooner, and I would have gotten 3 stars at the stage. But to be honest, this took me way too long, and I really don't care enough to go back and get that 1 extra star right now. Jumping into the team I went in with, I'm going to start off with the treasures, and for those I used the scroll for the extra attack percent, the ghost ice cream for the defense break, as well as the slingshot for the defense break as well. Now the 2 treasures, that defense break and vamp, is actually the secret weapon I use for this level, as right off the bat when I use them I can actually take out Wizard Cookie in one go. That is going to shift the whole tide of this entire level. Now for the actual cookies themselves, I'm going to have Sorbet Shark in the front line, followed by Sea Fairy, Pumpkin Pie, Cotton, and then Vamp. The idea here is that Sorbet Shark sits in the front and he does high fixed damage based off the enemy's HP. Sea Fairy is the CC cookie to help with the mid waves. Pumpkin Pie is the tank at the end, as Pom Pom will take all of the damage. Cotton is the healer and passive DPS, and as previously mentioned, Vampire is the OP DPS that can take out Wizard immediately. Now for toppings, I got Vamp on a full Searing Raspberry set with an attack and crit percentage focus. Cotton is on a full Swift Chocolate set to pump out her skills as frequently as possible and get in those heals. Pumpkin Pie is on a hybrid Searing Raspberry and Swift Chocolate with HP and attack as the focus, which now that I'm here, I realized I maybe should have put a little more cooldown on her, but you know what, you live and you learn. Sea Fairy is on a hybrid Swift Chocolate and Searing Raspberry with attack and crit as the focus. And lastly, we got Sorbet Shark. He's going to be on a hybrid Almond and Swift Chocolate set with damage resist and attack as the focus. This build is on here so that he can take a couple hits, and as I mentioned before, his DPS will scale with the enemy's HP, so he can still hit hard, but he can also take the extra couple hits, which is especially important if he's going to be in the front line of your team. Before we hop into the gameplay, I just want to ask, if you guys are enjoying this video so far, then make sure to show me some love with a like and maybe a cheeky subscribe, as it will help this video reach others just like you looking to beat this level, and of course I always appreciate it. Now let's break down the gameplay. For this level, the mid waves aren't honestly that big of a deal. I use Sea Fairy as my main AoE damage dealer, but you can replace her with something like Frost Queen if you guys had a chance to get her for free last season, or you can even replace her with Black Raisin Cookie. You just need a big AoE damage dealer to make sure to clean up the waves, and if that doesn't work for you, like you don't have a damage dealer, you could possibly get away with using a support cookie, something to make sure the entire team stays tanky, but I tried it on my account and I could only get away using an AoE damage dealer. So again, Sea Fairy is a great option here, as that extra little damage is always helpful at the end against the bosses. In terms of the boss rotation, it's pretty straightforward. I use Pumpkin Pie's ability before I enter the boss battle, so I use it at the wave right before the boss battle, which is going to be those little purple pie creatures. This is essential to use the ability here, because I found if I don't use it here and I pop it in the actual boss battle, that my Pumpkin Pie dies before I could actually get the ability off, so I won't be able to tank all the extra hits, and in turn it ends up being a failed run. So Pumpkin Pie right before you enter the battle is crucial, and then when you enter the battle, I'm gonna go from right to left. I go Sorbet, Sea Fairy, Cotton, and then Vamp in that exact order. I do it as quickly as I possibly can, and then follow it up immediately with the 2 defense breaking treasures. This makes it so you capitalize on the most DPS possible in one burst, leading to taking out Wizard Cookie right at the start of the battle and making the battle way easier. After this point, it's pretty simple. I make sure to use Pumpkin Pie's ability as much as I can to ensure that she's tanking all of those big hits, and then I do the same rotation as previously mentioned. I try to line up my treasure's time with Vamp's ability, as he's my most invested in single target damage dealer at this point. And that's essentially how you beat the level, and you guys will see in a second here my Pumpkin Pie does die. I don't get the ability off, but if you guys have a better invested Sorbet, Sea Fairy, or even Pumpkin Pie, you can honestly get a 3-star here without having to put extra cooldown or any extra stats on Pumpkin Pie. So if you guys build this team, then I hope it works for you and that you beat this level and enjoy the 2 levels of easiness to follow before the pain comes back. If you guys are wanting some more content, then be sure to check out my other videos and follow my socials linked in the description below. With that, I hope you learned something new today. I hope you have a great day, and peace.